Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Now on the 15th of September, Forza Motorsport 7 will reach end of life status, which means that it will no longer be available to purchase through the Microsoft Store or downloadable through Game Pass. Owners of the game can still download and play it after the aforementioned date, and it's currently for sale at a heavily discounted price. For those wondering why this title has run out of road, it's because of expiring licenses. The reason I wanted to check it out today is because I came across an old PC Gamer article detailing the game's system requirements, and among the low-end recommendations listed were Ultrabook specs, which promised me, or at least suggested, that I could hit 30 frames per second at 720p with low in-game settings. Now I just so happen to have an Ultrabook with these exact specs, and let me tell you, it offers diabolical performance in games. This thing is all noise and no action, with the system fan going into turbo mode at even the slightest whiff of Minesweeper. However, I could do with a good laugh, so I spent the entirety of my day downloading 100 gigs worth of Forza Motorsport, and then waited an extra 23 minutes for this title to load into a race. Not that I'm counting or anything. The game then decided to crash a handful of times for good measure as well. Usually it's me doing all the crashing, but this time my laptop took pole position on that front. While native 720p is a big no-no for this pile of slowly melting metal and plastic, a drop to 25% resolution scale, 320 by 180, is just what this machine needs. Somehow it doesn't look as bad as it sounds, perhaps because I spent most of last week testing games at 72p resolution. Now I'm not going to lie, I've never been a big fan of Forza Motorsport. I much prefer the Horizon games, but as someone who's always interested in what lower end hardware is capable of, I'm glad to see that despite its beauty when maxed out, Forza Horizon 7 is still very much inclusive of all types of PCs, and I'd recommend purchasing it before September if you're looking for a fun title that will run on your budget oriented rig. Perhaps 25% resolution scaling is a bit beyond the realms of what most of you would call playable, but it's always nice to see games incorporate this option, and it does mean that if you have an overheating and terrible Ultrabook like I do, you should still be able to get some enjoyment from this game. That's all for this one. I'm sorry for the shorter and lack of videos this week. I have been really busy, so I'm just sort of uploading when I can and sort of having a bit more fun with the videos, just making videos on things that come to mind. But I hope you've enjoyed it nonetheless. If you did, leave a like, leave a dislike if you didn't. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and in the next one we'll be taking a look at a 980 Ti in 2021. Thank you, and I'll see all of you in the next one.